my birdies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin, and this is Robin's Reading Nest. Please like and share this video, hit the subscribe button, and click the notification bell so that you may know when I upload or go live here on my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and the Story Graph at Robin's Reading Nest. Today's review is on a book that was one of my most anticipated reads for 2025 and series that I'm in the middle of. The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Laurie Gilmore is the fourth book in the Dream Harbor series. If you missed my reviews on the first three books, I will link them in the description box below. So let's get into today's summary. As a world-renowned chef, single dad Archer never planned on moving to a small town, let alone running a pancake restaurant. But Dream Harbor needs a new chef, and Archer needs a community to help raise his daughter, Olive. Iris has never managed to hold down a job for more than a few months, so when it's suggested that Archer is looking for a live-in nanny, she almost runs in the opposite direction. Now Iris finds herself in a whole new world, one where her gorgeous new boss lives right across the hall and likes to cook topless. Keeping everything strictly professional should be easy, right? Let's meet our characters. If you are new here, this is the part of the video where I give visual representations of the characters. This, these images are not what the author has provided, but my own interpretation from the physical descriptions in the book and the stock photos found on Canva and the internet. Up first is Archer Bayer. Before he became a chef at the diner, he was head chef at a restaurant in Paris, and before that, he was a chef in Boston. And Boston is where he met Kate, Olive's mom. There is a scene in the book where Archer was criticized for not being able to replicate the diner's infamous pancakes. Archer replies that he is a world-renowned chef. And I had to giggle because the only thing I could picture was the episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta where Candy was telling Marlo that she was worldwide because her songs were in a karaoke bar in Japan, I think it was. But yeah, that just tickled me. Next is the nanny, Iris Fraser. We first met her in the third book, The Christmas Tree Farm. We learned that she still works for Kira at the farm, but it's a seasonal job. Iris is a free spirit who seems a bit flitty. Her job as the yoga teacher seems to be the only stable job for her at the moment. She's the type of person who just goes anywhere the wind blows. Becoming a nanny is somewhat terrifying because she will actually have to be responsible for someone other than herself. Our newest and most adorable character is Olive Bayer. She's 5 years old, has just lost her mom to a car accident, and has been living with her maternal grandmother. Even though at the beginning of the book we see that she's a bit afraid of Archer, it's cute to see that while she is a mini version of her mom when it comes to looks, she has her dad's personality. She loves baking shows, and Archer becomes a big softie around her. A few of the characters from the series pop up in this book, including Kaori Kim, who is the custody lawyer for Archer, and also part of the welcoming committee, which also consists of Nancy and Linda. Then we have Noah and Hazel, who are Archer's next door neighbors, and Kira, who owns the Christmas tree farm. There is a scene where you see how protective of Olive the community is. Everyone knew and loved her mom, Kate, and her death seemed to hit the residents pretty hard. Just like how the Dreamers adopted Logan after the passing of his parents, they have now done so to Olive. We also get introduced to two new characters, Gladys, who is the owner of the diner, and Rebecca, who is Iris's cousin. I also like that Laurie added Noah's nieces to the story and they became Olive's playmates. Just like the previous books in the series, a new person arrives in Dream Harbor. A resident, also known as a dreamer, helps the person solve a mystery and then they fall in love with each other. Our new person is Archer Bear, the dreamer is Iris Fraser, and the mystery is the pancake recipe. Most residents agree that the pancake should be more dense than fluffy, probably cooked in butter, not oil, and definitely did not contain Greek yogurt, ricotta cheese, or anything fancier than buttermilk. Iris told Archer that it could be as simple as using a box pancake mix. Even though from scratch pancakes are always good, a box mix will do in a pinch. You can make it your own by adding vanilla extract, adding chocolate chips, strawberries, or even pecans. Yes, pecans. I was born and bred in southeast Georgia, and it's pecans. But the most important thing to me is that you have to cook your pancakes in butter so that you get crispy edges. Obviously, as a trained chef, Archer would disagree. He wants to come in and give Dream Harbor these worldly cultured dishes. There is nothing wrong with that if it's in a five-star restaurant. But this is a greasy spoon diner. This is where you go to get bad coffee, decent pancakes, and lively conversation. Now, if Archer decides to open a fancier restaurant in the future, he may be surprised to see that the town will embrace it. I gave this book 3 out of 4 stars. As usual, it's cute. I can't wait to see what Laurie has in store for Iris, Archer, and Olive. And next up is Book 5, coming out in September 2025, and it will be titled The Gingerbread Bakery. We finally get a book about Mac and Annie. If you saw my previous reviews, you know how much I have been rooting for these two. Have you read The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Laurie Gilmore? What about the other books in the series? What did you think about Archer and Iris's relationship? How do you like your pancakes? Drop down in the comments and let me know. Also, if you missed my last video on Eric Jerome Dickey or any of the 4 author spotlights, please click here to see that video. If you have already seen them, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, that ends today's review. I'm so glad that y'all decided to spend this time with me. And until we meet again, thank you for visiting Robin's Reading Nest, where birds of a feather read together.